Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next anime review for anime slash birthday Mother June. And next up, we're going to talk about another favorite that I've really enjoyed from last year. It'd be my second favorite behind Spy Family, and that is of Chainsaw Man. And I've said before a lot of times I love Chainsaw Man. It was another very hyped series, like with Spy Family, was so hyped that a lot of people were looking forward to it, and it paid off. It paid off. The payoff was well received. Everyone loved Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man as well. I thought the characters were great, and the animation was spot on, stellar. It didn't hold. One thing I enjoyed about it didn't hold back on the gore and all that stuff. It just went out, especially with our main character Denji when he was his chainsaw form, just cutting everything left and right. It was just glorious, to watch. But anyway, yeah. But I reviewed the first season of Chainsaw Man. I would love to see a second. I don't know if they have guys renewed for a second season though, but I just want to quickly check because I just want to check because I haven't checked it out since it aired out. And it appeared I don't hear nothing yet, but if it was, I would love to see a second season because I think we need to see more of Denji, because we just cacking more enemies down because more of the stuff that happened towards the finale with the villains and stuff they had to have a second season. So, but regardless of that though, I love Chainsaw Man. I love the characters, and like I said, you can go back and check my review of the episode reviews of the series that I did. I mean, we start with our main character Denji. How this guy just had nothing, right? When he was he was a bum in the streets basically. He did wherever he did, desperate to get something to eat, right? He has sold some parts of his body, and just to get something to eat, right? And up until the point he had his little pet demon, his chainsaw demon, Puchiga. Did I mispronounce the name again? It was Puchida or something. I forget again. But when that thing died, then ultimately he became a part of Denji. So now when he has that cord, like how where you rep for a chainsaw, it's on his chest though. So he pulls the cord, he becomes the Chainsaw Man, right? When we first saw him, he was just hacking all these zombies to pieces, including the big giant one. And then we have our other main character of the we have Makima, who finds him, and either he offers him something like he can be killed, or he can just come work with me at the public safety organization, right? So you can have a meal, right? And Denji, without hesitation, he easily chooses to have something to eat, to work with him to get something to eat, right? So yeah. And then we meet with all the other main characters, like with Aki, who sometimes I felt bad for him too, where he's a guy who smokes because he didn't really want to smoke, but thanks to Himeno, who got him to smoke though. But how he Makima makes Denji go live with him, right? But and they just fight all these creatures that are called devils, right? Like we first one later on we see him fight the giant bat devil, which includes with other members of the organization. One named Power, who's like a like a devil or what was the name for it? Not mutant, but a fiend. That's what it was. A fiend. With her type, she's a blood fiend. She can manifest with blood. She can manifest into like a giant hammer that she chooses. Yeah. So a fiend. That's what it was. And they're all part of the devil hunters, and she's funny as a lot of times. Like sometimes she acts like a child sometimes. I think she's a funny character. And you have other devil hunters. One, Himeno, she girl, a girl who she wears an eye patch. She when she was attacked by a mission, she has a thing with partners. You know, like her last partner died, and then she ends the game partner with Aki, and they two form a little bit of a bond with each other. But for the characters, I enjoyed. I mean, Makima, she is like very she's like say scary. You put into a word, you know, especially the one scene later on when we know what her power is, right? It really and where they say where she has all these inmates, you know, dressed in white, and they're all like blindfolded, and they're like crouched down like this, and so that no one can see what she can do. And she does this with her hands, like manifests her hands like this, and just makes like a person just being smushed from inside out, just like nothing but. I'm like, damn, you know, oh shit, you know, that's her. Makima is a very scary woman, you know. Just, I mean, the whole thing with Denji, you know, like because there's also they forementioned a couple of times, well, a few times regarding about this very powerful devil by the name of the Gun Devil, who could just blast, who pretty much killed Aki's family. And it shows he could blast a whole house and trees down, all that. So basically wants revenge, you know, to kill the Gun Devil, right? And with Makima, you know, saying that, you know, with Denji, like basically he could be possibly the one who can take down the Gun Devil, right? That's what we need a second season, because we need more on this mythos of the Gun Devil, because we haven't seen what this thing looks like, and see what much more damage that he can do. You know, so that's why we need a second season to explore what they can do to take down this Gun Devil. But saying that Makima is saying that, you know, that Denji's probably could be the one who can take down the Gun Devil, and she says, you know, like, you know, hey. Because Denji, you know, he's not permanently, but since he's been on the streets for so long, you know, he doesn't know what, you know, the intimate things, what those intimate things are. You get what I mean, right? I mean, at one point he looks at one of those magazines, right? I mean, Makima makes him an offer saying that, hey, if you take down the Gun Devil, then I'll, you know, not only kiss you, but do, you know, more intimate things with you, if you get what I mean. And so he says yes. And he get the very hilarious, which I thought this scene broke the internet, I think, especially it made a lot of people kind of grossed out too, right? It was lucky for me because I have a strong stomach, so. but when all the devil hunters like Denji, Aki, Himeno, even Makima joins in, and they're all sitting, you know, eating out and just having drinks, right? And, you know, since Denji and essentially Himeno, when she's so drunk, right? You don't know what the first kiss is, right? So Himeno tends to give him the first kiss, right? But then she ends up puking inside his mouth. Oh my god! I just burst out laughing. It was disgusting, yes, but I burst out laughing when that happens, and then oh, puking in the toilet, you know, and like, oh, his first kiss was wasted because of that, and then when Himeno takes her to Denji back to her place, right, and she's still drunk too, and the fourth attempt, like, where she attempts, you know, she's taking her clothes off, you know, and maybe Denji thought this is a good time to do because she's drunk, though, but he passed that on, though, because he wanted to do with Makima, right? And then you get that very sad death with Himeno, sadly, when that whole snake devil, right, where the girl had this big snake devil where it was just destroying Denji and even Aki, you know, like, I mean, Himeno offered her powers with was like the hand devil, where she had manifested these ghost hands, and sadly, each time she used her powers, a part of her disappears until she told Aki, you know, to well, I forgot what she said though, but it was a last moment a word that she had with him, and then all of a sudden, her body just disappears, her whole body except her clothes is gone. And I felt bad for Aki, just you felt he was saddened by her, and just everything. Even there was even the one of the forgot the girl's name though, but she was like a part of the hunting group, right? Devil hunting group, where she was like always so scared, always crying, But then then she surprised me, but she's going like sometimes she went beast mode after when with that snake like after she defeated the snake that snake lady basically killed Himeno. She went full force, and just going to just attempted to shot at that the Tanaka devil, where the guy he was like Chainsaw Man, but he's a bladed head like a Tanaka devil. The Kitana, sorry, not Tanaka, Kitana, the type of sword, right? The sword devil. Or she goes on shoots and just she hits him and almost hitting her, I mean, she surprised me too. I was like, oh, she thinks this is this weak girl though, but it's like a flip just switched, a switch just got flipped. Get my metaphors wrong again. Her switch just got flipped. Just go from being so scared and all that, all of a sudden just goes. She's running, jumping, and then shooting, and she's like a hidden badass, hidden. But yeah, but Chainsaw Man, like I explained, like I said, when I don't even explain when since I reviewed it the whole entire episode, the episodes of the series. I don't even explain more in details, but I love Chainsaw Man. All these characters, like even some settings, like dealing with the other devils, like really quick with the Eternity Devil, right? When they're in that hotel and time freezes up, right? It kind of made me feel like taking a play on The Shining in a way. It kind of felt like they were in an anime version of The Shining. So like some settings and set pieces, and it made it look all creepy. And how the way the Eternity Devil was. And just Denji just going all out, just doing it continuously killing this thing, without non-stop. I mean, this show doesn't hold back on the gore at all, though. It was just excellent. Like I said, I've been enjoying the characters. Like Makamai Shiz is downright scary. We think she got shot point blank, but she's still alive. So what's the deal with her, and just, I mean, she's a sinister character. Don't get me wrong, she is sinister. But just acting all calm and cool, right? Just giving that smiley look, just, oh my god. I mean, she's definitely, you do not want to mess with her. Denji, he's a badass through and through. Aki, I enjoyed his character. I just felt bad for him a lot of times, even when Power went to stay with him along with Denji, So, and felt bad when Himeno died, and then when Denji and Power were being trained by this guy brutally. I forget what that guy's name. They were training him. They were doing brutal training with him, like trying to get the drop on him, but failed. A lot of it is just, I just really enjoy, and especially that's why we need a second season, because the whole mission is to destroy the Gun Devil. So I don't know. If so, this could be another great series. By the way, just ends on a cliffhanger with no other things more stuff that needs to be told though. But maybe it's because there's more story that needs from the manga needs to be adapted more. But regardless, though, I love Chainsaw Man. The characters I enjoy. Denji, who's brought from nothing, becoming this part of this organization, just being a complete badass and just really being funny at the same time. No, the other characters, like I said, and great animation, and especially when it comes to the action and the gore, and it still has that very funny sense of humor. Especially, it was very funny with the whole scene with Himeno just vomits into Denji's mouth. Oh my god, that was easily the funniest thing of the first season, easily. I know, sure that grossed a lot of people out though, but thankfully I took it because lucky for me, I have a strong stomach, First of all, I just did not expect that to happen anyway. But yeah, just Chainsaw Man, it was an absolute badass series. I loved it. That's why it was I put it a second just behind Spy Family, because Spy Family, I just enjoyed even more though, especially with our main family. and this is the great and it's pure comedy gold. That's why Spy Family was always been first, and Chainsaw Man was a very close second. But yeah, but regardless, though, it's still Chainsaw Man is still a badass series. I even though I didn't get in a manga update though, but I recently got all the up to date on the mangas. So, but I just love to see a second season, because otherwise, how are they going to deal with the gun devil? They keep mentioning the gun devil, but I haven't heard nothing of a second season since then. We'll never know what this gun devil what this looks like, or what can it really do afterwards. And we did see in a flashback when it just blew Aki's family away and the house and the forest down. Regardless of these little pieces of metal that relates to the gun devil, they keep on finding. So yeah, I mean, well, like I say, Chainsaw Man. Like I said, it's the more badass series I've ever watched. If there's no second season, if they don't make a second season, it's a great shame, because this film. Once again, I keep saying this film. It's this series. Jeez, I hate when you do these bad habits. Like every time every single video I yawn on video, then I make him that same mistake. With the same film instead of series. It's an annoying habit with me. Jeez. But series. They're just end on a cliffhanger with that, about seeing about the gun devil and all that stuff. I want a second season, please. I want a second season, because I love the characters. I want to see more badass action, more Denji being a badass, more with more the sinister Makima, which she's up to, her schemes. So yeah, Chainsaw Man, 2 thumbs up. I want a second season, please. I'm sure a lot of fans will want one too, because after all the hype did build up, and it succeeded on that hype. I want a second season, I'm sure. Hey, Spy Family's getting a second season, let alone a movie. Why can't Chainsaw Man get a second season, please? I want to see them destroy this gun devil that we don't know much about, though. So I hate when the series does that, when it ends on a cliffhanger, and when there's still more stuff to be explained about. I hate that. There's a lot of ones I've seen that ends on a cliffhanger that there's more stuff that needs to be explained about. I hate when they do that. But like I said, either there's not enough material in the manga, or just I don't know. But regardless of the season of Chainsaw Man, I'll say first season, but I won't put that in the title, though, because I don't know if we get a second season, so. But, I don't know. I was called, but maybe I'll put season 1 or not. Regardless, though, Chainsaw Man is still a fun, badass series. 2 thumbs up, no doubt. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more from Anime Month, and we'll see you next time. Later.